Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. So today we continuing our Q&A session, which is our Q&A session is we have another 5 questions that being asked during our last webinar. So here are the question actually.
Well, self-intervention begins with self-awareness. To be very honest with you, a lot of people are unaware of their symptoms of stress because they've been there too long. So for self-intervention to begin, which is good, because basically when we talk about stress, 70 to 80% of the stressors are kind of sort of caused by us. Okay, so again, self-intervention begins with self-awareness. There are lots of intervention tools out there. And one of the more popular ones right now, we talk about mindfulness. Mindfulness, again, goes back to self-awareness. How are we feeling in regard to our emotions, our symptoms, and so on. An example of mindfulness is basically yoga, meditation, helps us to control, to manage our stress and stressors. The other intervention would be what we call reframing, how we reframe a situation. Okay. Thank you. Another good question. Basically, burnout, in my book, is the result of chronic stress. Okay, burnout is a result of chronic stress. When we talk about stress, we talk about symptoms of stress. What are symptoms of stress? And daily stress or stressors like deadlines, traffic jam, and so on and so forth. Again, as my previous questions, to a point when we are overly stressed or chronic stress, it comes to a stage where it moves from a daily stress issues. When we talk about a daily stress, like I said, it could be traffic jam, it could be this, it could be that, all that stuff. When we talk about burnout is like you are in a state of depression. It's not about one particular situation. It's not. It's just the whole your whole life has been impacted by it. It's not by one particular situation. It has already done the damage for. Well, actually, it is actually, and from my position, I consider it simple, but for most of us, we may not, because we're not aware of it. Because 70 to 80% of our stress is caused by us. It's caused by what I call our mind, our brain. Okay, so it's a simple technique. The way I teach people, I call it mental filters. First and foremost, there are three aspects to this. Number one, this is a situation. Okay. Number two, there is the mental filter, which is between your 2 ears, which is you, how you process it. And number three would be the manifestation of stress. All right, the manifestation of stress. Okay, how emotional fitness can help with our stress. Emotional fitness basically means that we have the understanding, or we have the ability to control, to manage, to channel our emotions. Emotions is a form of energy. Emotions can be positive, emotions can be negative. Regardless, it's a form of energy. The more that we are aware of our emotions, the more that we can channel it to the right behavior. A negative emotion such as anger, it can be destructive. If you choose to make it positive, you can be motivated by the anger. Yeah. For instance, you don't do so well in your exam, you are angry with yourself. All right, that's fine, but don't let that go to waste. Channel it to something positive. Maybe you would study harder, work harder, and all that stuff. At the workplace, you lose a proposal. All right, you should feel disappointed. You should feel not too happy with yourself. That's a negative emotion, but channel it to something more positive. Yeah, and the other thing is, in regard to emotions and stress, the more you handle, or the more you use countermeasures, to recover, yes, then you be quote unquote fitter, in regard to, it's just like exercise, you practice. Yeah, the more you run, the fitter you are. So the more you use countermeasures, stress countermeasures, the stronger you get. So at the end of the day, you will build up your emotional fitness and you reduce your stress.